Hello guys, welcome to your channel which is SciEngineers. This is Sushant. We have been uploading videos for the Mhtcet 2020 for the mathematics section, and this is a continuation video for the application of differentiation. So those who are new to the channel, please do go and watch in the playlist for Mhtcet. Over 50 plus videos are there in the playlist. So make use of these videos so that it helps you in preparation. Also do like our videos, do share our videos with your friends, and do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a notification from the channel. During this COVID situation, please do stay safe. So let's get going with the video. As in the earlier video, we had given you two set of questions. So we'll be giving you the solution for them. So we have the equation of a motion of a particle along a straight line where the units are given. So I need to find the time at which the velocity of the particle will be minimum. So first of all, this is the displacement. So if I need to find the velocity, I need to find the derivative of it. So velocity is what basically the intention is. So I'm taking the derivative. So that becomes 6t square minus 18t minus 12. Now I need to find the minimum value of this velocity. So for that, I need to find basically, this is my function, so I need to find the minimum value. That means I need to find the derivative of it. So I'm taking the derivative of it. So that becomes, so let's write it as dv by dt, which basically is an acceleration. So we don't need to confuse with anything. I'm just finding the derivative of the function which needs to be minimized. So I'm taking the derivative. So that's 12t minus 18. This is equal to 0. So basically from this, what you can see is you're getting only one value, that is you need to find the root. So that is why you have equated it to 0. So you're getting 80 as 18 by 12. So that's nothing but, let's see whether it's the minimum value or not. So I need to find the double derivative. So double derivative of velocity is going to be nothing but 12, which is greater than 0 for any value. So for 3 by 2, I'm getting the minimum value. So that's why the time which should be is 3 by 2. So if you're selected A, so that's your right option. Going ahead, we have the function, and I need to find whether it is increasing in this, decreasing, or increasing in 1, 6, or its maximum value as is at x is equal to 6. So for increasing, decreasing, I need to find basically the first derivative. So f dash of x is nothing but 6x square minus 42x plus 36. So let's take the 6 common outside. So that's x square minus, so that's x square minus 7x plus 6. So I need to find the factors for this. So that's nothing but going to be x square minus 6x minus x plus 6. So this is nothing but f dash of x. So I need to find, let's find the double derivative, because there is one option which is for maxima or minima. So let's check whether it's maxima or minima in that range or not. So if I find a double derivative, this becomes 12x minus 42. So let's see if my 6, if I just substitute 6 in this double derivative, whether I'm getting the value as maxima or not. So if I substitute 6 in this, I'm getting, so I'm getting 72 minus 42, which is nothing but 30, which is greater than 0. So I'm getting a positive answer. So the double derivative, if it is positive, that means the value is basically minimum. So your option D is the wrong option. Now checking whether it is increasing or decreasing. So let's find the increasing and decreasing for this. So let's just check first for increasing. So if I want the function to be increasing, that means the product x minus 6 and x minus 1 should be greater than 0. That means x minus 6 should be greater than 0, that is x is greater than 6. Or x minus 1 should be greater than 0, that is x should be greater than 1. So this is an AND option, and this is an OR both of them should be negative. That means x should be less than 6, or x should be less than 1. So from these two options I'm getting x greater than 6, and from this option I'm getting x less than 1. So it's increasing for the value which is x greater than 6. So you can see x from 6 to infinity, and for x less than 1. So you can see nothing but option A. So let's go for the first question for this particular video. So the question is the normal to the curve. So x is given, so it's a parametric form. So x is equal to a cos theta plus theta sin theta, y is equal to a sin theta minus theta cos theta, and theta is any point basically. So I need to find out of these options which is going to be the right option. So the options, if you can just check, it's telling us that it is at a constant distance from the origin. It passes through this particular point and it is making an angle which is pi by 2 minus theta, and it is passing through origin. So let us just analyze these options which are given to us. So first of all, if I want to check whether it is passing through this, because this is quite easy option to check. So if I want to just check whether it is going to be passing through this point, you can see there is a pi by 2 which is there. So the value obviously should be taken by theta. So if I just substitute pi by 2 in this, I'll be getting cos pi by 2 which is 0, and this is nothing but sin pi by 2 which is 1. So I'll be getting a pi by 2 from x. So we are getting a pi by 2. Let's check for the same value, that is for theta is equal to pi by 2. I'm getting a minus a or not. So if I just substitute, I'm getting sin pi by 2 which is 1, and since it is cos pi by 2, it's going to be 0. So from here I'm getting a. So obviously it is not going to be passing through the minus a value. So that means option B is wrong. Now let's check whether it is going to be passing through origin or not. So if I want to make it passing through origin, let us see for what values of x, for what value is x going to be 0, and for the same value my y should be also 0. So from here, if I want to make this thing 0, let us say that theta is equal to 0. So you can see that a, if I substitute theta is 0, I'll be getting this as a cos 0, which is nothing but 1. And from here we are getting this thing as 0. So I'm getting a. So that means for theta is equal to 0, obviously x is not going to be 0. If I just check out for the next option, let us say if I substitute any other option, I'm not going to be getting x as 0. So there is no value for which x or y is going to be 0. So that means my option D is a wrong option. Next, if I want to check whether it's the angle which is the problem, that is angle if I want to see with the x-axis. So if I want to find the angle with the x-axis, that means I basically need to find the slope. So if I want to find the slope of the normal, what I need to do is I need to find 1 upon, that is minus 1 upon dy by dx. That is nothing but going to be the slope. So I need to find dy by dx. So you can see it's a parametric form. So my dy by dx is nothing but going to be dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. So let's find dy by d theta. Dy by d theta, finding the derivative of this, it is a cos theta minus, it's a UV rule, so it's minus cos theta and minus theta and derivative of cos theta, which is minus sin theta. So that becomes plus, divided by, you need to find the derivative of x with respect to theta. So I'm getting a outside. Cos theta becomes minus sin theta. Again a UV rule, so it becomes plus sin theta plus theta cos theta. So you can see that these terms gets cancelled. Also this theta gets cancelled, a gets cancelled, and we are getting sin theta by cos theta, which is tan theta. So basically my dy by dx is nothing but tan theta. After this, I need to find minus 1 upon dy by dx, so that becomes minus cot theta. So this is nothing but the slope of the normal. So my slope of the normal is minus cos theta. But I need to find the angle with the x-axis. So I need to convert this thing to tan. So we know the relation, that is tan pi by 2 plus theta. So if I do tan pi by 2 plus theta, I'll be getting minus cot theta. That means this is the angle which it is making with the x-axis. So basically you can see that this is also a wrong option. Now going for the first one, which is a constant distance from origin. So you might wonder why I have not taken this. Basically, if I want to find the distance from the origin, what I need to do is I need to basically use the formula which is x square plus y square. That is root of x square plus y square. So the finding the square of this, finding the square of this, adding them, it's going to be quite difficult. So it is better to eliminate others, and then obviously the remaining option is going to be the answer. Now going to the next one, we have the equation of the tangent which is given at x is equal to 0. So I need to find the equation of tangent at x is equal to 0. So you can see that the equation which is given to us is basically very complicated in form. So what in this case what we can do is, let us find the point where it is going to be tangent. That means I need to find at x is equal to 0. So basically we have one value of x. Let's find what is the corresponding value of y. So if I just substitute the corresponding value of x in this and find the value of y, so I'll be getting y is equal to 1 raised to y plus sine inverse of sine square 0. So basically I've substituted x is equal to 0 in this equation. So you know obviously sine square 0 is 0 and sine inverse of 0 is also 0. Anything raised to 1, that is 1 raised to y, is basically going to be 1. So that means I'm getting x is 0 and y is 1. That means it is 0, 1. So basically the point of tangent C is at 0, 1. Now what I need to do is I need to find whether this particular point is going to be on any of these lines, whether it is satisfying that particular equation of the tangent which is given to us. So if I just substitute in this first one, you can see it is 0, 1. So I've substituted x is 0 and y is 1. So you can see it's becoming 0. That means it is satisfying this equation. Let us check in this. It is 0 plus 1 plus 1, which is 2. So it's not satisfying this equation. Let's check in this. It is 2x plus y plus 1. So that's becomes 0 plus 1 plus 1. So that's again not satisfying. And in this also, if you check, it's going to be 4. So that's not equal to 0. So it's again not satisfying. So only equation which is satisfying is the first one. Going to the third question. The question is a ladder which is of 10 meters long rests along a vertical wall. So let's see a diagram for this. So this is the vertical wall on which the ladder is resting. So this is the 10-meter ladder against the wall, and the lower end on the horizontal ground as we have shown. The lower end of the ladder is pulled along the ground away from the wall. So this is the wall which we are talking, and it is going away from the wall in this particular direction at the rate of 3 meters per second. That's the speed. The upper end of the descending at the rate of 4 meters. So this upper end is descending at 4 meters per second. Now what is the height of the wall is basically asked. So this h is asked. So let us say that this distance is x and this distance is h. Now I need to find the relation between h and x. So it's basically, you can see it's Pythagoras Theorem. So it is nothing but x square plus x square is equal to 10 square. So since they have given the rate at which the h and x are changing, let's take derivative of it. So if I take derivative, it's going to be 2h dh by dt, and this is going to be 2x dx by dt is equal to 0. Now in this case you have to understand the term dh by dt and dx by dt. So dh by dt is nothing but change of height. So as you can see logically, if this is moving this side, that means this is going to be going down. That means h is reducing. So the value which is given to us is actually negative. The rate is negative. So I have to just substitute the value. So it becomes minus 8h for this term plus, and from this part I'm going to be getting 3. Since x is increasing in this case, it's going to be positive. So we can use it as it is. So this becomes 6x is equal to 0. So we have got a relation between x and h. So I'm getting x is equal to 4h by 3. So we have got x and h relation. Now again we can just simply substitute it in this. because I need to find the h value. So if I substitute in that, I will be getting h square plus 16h square plus 9 is equal to 10 square or 100. So if you add this up, this becomes 25h square upon 9 is equal to 100. 25 gets cancelled with this 4. 9 4s are 36, so h becomes 6. So that's your option D. Now moving ahead with f of x, which is 1 upon 4x square plus 2x plus 1, I need to find the maximum value. So if you directly go and try to find the maximum value, it is going to be taking a lot of time. So instead of finding the maximum value of f of x, what we can see is we don't have anything in the numerator as such. We have everything in the denominator. So let's concentrate on the denominator. Now, if I want to make this f of x maximum, I need to make this thing minimum. So let us say that g of x is some another function which is the denominator of f of x. And I need to find the minimum value of this. So that means I need to find the g dash of x. So if I find g dash is going to be 8x plus 2. I need to equate it to 0. I'll be getting x is equal to minus 1 by 4. Now if I just substitute x in that, because it is minimum for g, I need to find the maximum for f. So f of x is going to be 1 upon, so I'm substituting x as minus 1 by 4. So it's going to be 4, 1 by 4 square plus 2 into minus 1 by 4 plus 1. So one of the 4 gets cancelled out. So we have the 4 goes up. This is 1 minus 2 plus 4. So from this calculation we see it is nothing but 4 by 3. So your answer is A. Moving ahead, we have question number 5. For which interval the function satisfies all the conditions of Rolle's theorem? So if you recollect the Rolle's theorem states that the function within the limit, let us say a comma b, should be continuous. That's the first condition. Within the interval, that is open-ended interval, it should be differentiable. It should have the derivative, and also f of a should be equal to f of b. So these are the 3 main conditions for the Rolle's theorem. Now let's see the first interval which is given, and also along with that we need to see the function also. The interval is given as 0 to 3. Now in this interval you can see that if I substitute x is equal to 1, I'll be getting the denominator as 0. That means it is not going to be continuous. So obviously this is a wrong option. Moving ahead, I don't have any problem with the continuity with this interval or this interval. I will not have any problem with the differentiation of this interval because I can find the derivative because there is no 1 substituted in it. Next, I need to find whether the values are equal or not. So if I just substitute, let us say I substitute 0 in this, x is 0. So you can see it simply becomes 0. If I substitute minus 3, this becomes 9 plus 9. So you can see it's not becoming 0 because it becomes minus 3 square, which is 9, and minus 3 into minus 3, which is 9 plus 9. So you're getting the numerator as 9 plus 9 and divided by minus 4. So this is not 0. So again, B is also the wrong option. Next, going for the C option. Let's see again, it is starting from 1.5 to 3. So basically there is no 1 involved. So it is continuous. It is obviously going to be differentiable also in that interval. I need to check the last one, that is f of a is equal to f of b. So let's substitute 1.5 in that first. So if I substitute 1.5, 1.5 can be written as 3 by 2. So I'm writing it as 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 square becomes 9 by 4 minus 3 into 3 by 2. So that's 9 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 minus 1. So finding the value for this. So let's multiply by 2. So this becomes 4 and this becomes 18. So 9 by 4 minus 18 by 4, which is minus 9 by 4, divided by, this is 1 by 2. So 2 gets cancelled, this becomes minus 9 by 2. Now if I substitute 3 in this, I'm getting this as 9 minus 9 upon 3 minus 1. So again you're getting this as 0. So obviously this is also the wrong option. So only right option is there is no interval in the given set. Next, moving on to the next question. For the curve y raised to n is equal to a raised to n minus 1x, if the subnormal at any point is a constant, then n is equal to. Now the concept of subnormal. So let us say that I have some graph. Let us say this is the curve which is there, and I need to at this particular point I am finding the normal. So let's say that the normal is passing like this. So the subnormal is nothing but the distance. It's basically the projection of this normal onto the x-axis, and this distance is nothing but called as the subnormal. So we basically the point through which it is normal to the curve, we take that projection on the x-axis. The point where it is intersecting with the x-axis is another point, and we basically then find the distance between these 2 points. That's the basic concept of subnormal. Now going ahead with the problem which is at hand. So we have the curve which is y raised to n is equal to. So since we are talking about a normal, we need to find the slope of the normal. So let's find that slope of the normal. So I need to find the derivative of this. So it becomes n y raised to n minus 1 dy by dx is equal to a raised to n minus 1 into x derivative is 1. So we are getting dy by dx is nothing but a raised to n minus 1 upon n y raised to n minus 1. So this is basically the slope of the tangent. I need to find the slope of the normal, which is minus 1 upon. So it's inverted of this with a minus sign. So minus n y raised to n minus 1 upon a raised to n minus 1. So this is the slope of the normal which we are getting. Now let us say that it is normal at the point x1 comma y1. So that means the slope is going to be n y1 n minus 1 upon a n minus 1. Now I need to find the equation of the normal. So y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. That's the equation of the normal. So I'll be just substituting the value of m. So m is nothing but equal to minus n y1 n minus 1 upon a n minus 1 x minus x1. So now we have the equation of the normal. Now let's see how to use or basically find the subnormal. So now we know that this point is nothing but x1 comma 0. So this is basically x1. I need to find this point, that is nothing but the point of intersection of the normal with the x-axis. So if I need to find the point of intersection of the curve with the x-axis, I need to substitute y is 0. So if I substitute y is 0, I need to find x from there. So if I substitute y 0, you can just simply solve this up. So minus minus gets cancelled out. It becomes y1 a raised to n minus 1 upon, this goes that side, n y raised to n minus 1. So this y1 will go down. This becomes n minus 2 is equal to x minus x1. So x1 goes that side. So it's plus x1. So x is equal to. So basically this value is nothing but this point. Now I need to find this thing, that is the subnormal. So subnormal is nothing but the difference of this distance and this distance, because I have already found this point's equation, that is x, because it is of the form x comma 0. So I have found this distance. So if I take the difference of this, I'll be getting the subnormal. So subnormal is nothing but going to be the difference of this value and x1. So it's going to be x1 minus this. So it is a raised to n minus 1 upon n y1 raised to n minus 2 minus x. So x1 gets cancelled out and we have this term. Now I need that the subnormal to be constant. So if my subnormal is to be constant, that means there shouldn't be any x or y term in it. So if I don't want any x or y term in it, I need this y1 to go away. So if I want to make this vanish, I need my n to be equal to 2. So if I substitute n is equal to 2, I'll be getting this as minus a upon 2, which is a constant term. So the subnormal is constant for the value n is equal to 2, and that's why the option is B. This question was a little bit tricky. Such type of questions can be expected in Mhtcet on a conceptual level, but the number of questions are going to be less, which are going to be based like this. So these are the questions for this particular video. We'll be posting the answers for this in the next video. Do write in the comment section what you feel the answers should be, and please try to solve as quickly as possible within 30 seconds for each sum. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please let us know in the comment section how do you find these videos, how it is helping you in your preparation. Do let us know what more videos you would like us to make on. Do share our videos, do like our videos, and do subscribe to our channel to never miss a notification. Hit the bell icon. So this is Sushant signing off for today. So keep learning, keep watching, and happy learning, and stay safe. Bye.